Now, as part of the channel, sometimes I like to hop on here and talk about a few recent investments that I've made in terms of bikes, transport, electric skateboards, technology, and today we're going to be talking all things about road bikes, because as you may or may not be aware, road bikes can be very, very expensive, and finding a good one for a reasonable price can be quite the challenge. Now, obviously you have the likes of Facebook Marketplace or eBay. And believe me, I did a lot of shopping and looking around on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace to try and find a good road bike. But I think when you factor in the travel, the stress, the negotiations, how many bikes you're going to have to see, and if you're not a mechanic or somebody who knows about bikes, it's very easy to get a very dodgy road bike. And I spoke to a lot of bike shop owners, right, individual bike shop owners, and I said, you know, what's your cheapest bike? And they said like £500. So like, fair enough, it's too expensive for me. But what do you think of going on Facebook or eBay or to a second-hand bike store and buying a bike? And they basically said, listen, sometimes there's a gem in the haystack, but often the reason why people trade in bikes is because the calipers are gone, the chain's old, the brakes had finished. And so in actual fact, depending on the price to, you know, whatever it is, the old to new ratio, you're better off trying to find a new bike. And I was like, okay, fair enough, but the new bikes are super expensive. I went to a second-hand warehouse that specialized in doing up bikes, and their decent hybrid bike, the cheapest I had was like £120. A long story short, I found this bike right here, brand new, a road bike. Now, I live in London, a road bike is perfect. This is what I've got right here. So again, the thing I love about a road bike is it's super, super light. It's from Goku Cycles, which is on screen right now, location-wise. So basically, it's in Southwest London, the shop. It's my first time going for a road bike as well, and getting used to sometimes going down a pothole. On a hybrid bike is perfectly fine. On a road bike, it can be quite uncomfortable sometimes. I'm here to review this bike right here today, and it's brand new. Okay, so if I lift it up, very nice and light. That's one reason why I like it a lot as well. A standard single gear road bike. Now, the reason why I like this bike, and I've been riding it now for quite a few weeks, is firstly the tires. Aero tires, very nice. My friend Harry said, make sure you lock up both tires, otherwise somebody might try and steal them. And also, I think it looks very nice. Got nice grip tape on the front, and the brakes are solid. Overall, as far as road bikes go, I'm very, very happy. Now, there's no stress of possibly buying a dud bike. You know, I've got a service within my first 3 months. I can take it back to the shop, they'll sort it out. It comes with, I think, a year warranty for all the non-wear and tear components. Been able to hit some very decent speeds, super efficient, the coasting on it's very nice. So when I went in there, I got chatting to the guy and I was like, I'm not really too sure what bike I should buy really. And he kind of looked at me, he looked at my height and he said, realistically, you want this size. Whereas if you're going again through Facebook Marketplace or through eBay or secondhand, no one quite knows what size is truly going to be good for you. They're just trying to sell their bike. So I think it's definitely a lot easier to go into a shop and have that interaction where they can kind of tailor it towards you. Now, I'm a slight novice when it comes to road bikes. The only thing that I might like to see is that if you're going downhill and you're going pretty fast, like I think I was going maybe 30-ish miles an hour, that when you pedal, there is no more sort of pedaling to give because of the lack of gears. I would love to be able to still pedal while going downhill and increase the speed even more. My biggest concern at the start was, does it look so nice that people are going to think it's worth thousands of pounds and try and steal it? Luckily, so far, that's not been the case. And ultimately, after riding it for a few weeks now, I can say safely that it is a good bike. And I think if you're in Southwest London or West London, or you're looking to travel to get a brand new bike and you don't want to break the bank, this was the best bike that I saw, that I found, basically. Overall, I just wanted to hop in here and say that this bike, this is what you're going to get in Southwest London for £300 or under. And basically, as I was saying before, so how much does this bike actually cost? Well, this one was an out the front model. So originally it was £290. He said, I'll do it for £250. I said, okay, I'll have a little think about it. Came back. I said, what's the best price you can do? £250 cap. I said, but Halford is, or whatever it is, has got a bike for £200. And they started laughing, basically. He said that, the Halford bikes don't compare to, for example, this. So his price was fixed at £250. Afterwards, we got chatting. I said, I've got a YouTube channel. If I included it in a few videos, could I knock a bit more off the price? So I'm not being paid to review this, and this is kind of like extra because I like the bike. But basically, I got it for £200 in the end, as a full disclaimer. And after we got talking, we kind of agreed on a deal that if I include it in my videos and somebody sees it and they'd like to buy the bike, then basically we'd do an extra 5 to 10% discount if you go in there and you just say, Dylan from YouTube recommended me this store. So as long as you say that I sent you, there'll be some sort of negotiation to be had where you might get a small discount thanks to essentially the deal we've procured. So I'd say that if you're in the market for a brand new road bike and you've been having this stress of going through Facebook Marketplace and not being able to find anything brand new for under, £300-400, then going to Goku Cycles in Tootingbeck is well worth a trip if you're in the area. Like I say, I've had a very good experience, and after doing loads and loads of research to try and find a reasonable bike, this was the best price and arguably the best bike that I kind of saw or came across, really, especially considering it's brand new, because all of the components, they've not been used, they've not been worn down, and ultimately they last a lot longer. So yeah, Goku Cycles in Tootingbeck. Say you watch my YouTube videos, and then they'll give you an extra small discount, I believe, as well, which is always nice. And yeah, overall, as far as road bikes go, if you're beginner sort of entry market, perfect. There is also that security around everything being created in-house as well, which I quite like. So yeah, there's my review of the bike. But in terms of getting the job done, of commuting efficiently from A to B, from small trips out, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to even going on a longer cycle for 45 minutes, this bike is perfect. But thank you very much for watching today's video. Any questions about the bike, leave them down below. Yeah, nice one guys, thank you very much.